Real boy.
Bad Daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad Daddy. Not your son. Bad Daddy. Real boy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Uncommon, and welcome to Uncommon Gaming. This is the Deputized Delvers, episode 11, and you can talk when I hit the button now.
Alright, great. Regardless, I'm going to time it just right every time.
That is great. Some of the video cameras need adjustment. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a fucking D&D show that is lots of awesome. I hope it's lots of awesome. It's been like a month. I forgot. Was it awesome?
It was pretty awesome. I thought
You did have us level up at the end of it, so of course it's awesome.
It was a little bit cold.
You know, I don't know. I don't remember that, but
level
why
up?
not? Go for it.
Alright, sweet.
Not again. I know I get with you.
Wait, we're supposed to level up?
Did I open? I
At
forgot
the
to open
end
up
of
my
last
character sheet.
session, what level does that make us, Larry?
9.
Okay, hang
What
on.
did I do?
I gotta
What
do
did
some
do?
rescaling of the bad guys really
does make us
quickly.
9? I had forgotten that we were leveling.
9?
Oh,
You-
oops.
Is that a thing? Are we
I
9?
don't know.
I don't
I'm
remember
just
that,
bullshitting
but I
until
can do it really quick.
someone catches me.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Let me check. Let me check. Is everybody 8 right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
if you want
You
me to
go
be
ahead.
9, I
No,
will.
Go
didn't
ahead and be
level up.
9. Just go ahead and be 9. Just
Sweet.
take it. It's not that serious. Be level 9. It's fun.
That makes me happy. That actually really builds some of the roleplay that I want to do. This builds into it perfectly. So
I don't know, I get
thank
brutal
you.
criticals now. I'm okay with this.
Lol. By the way, I'm multi-classing now.
Awesome. Which one was it again? You talked about it a bit.
I would like to
In
bring
game?
that up in game.
Okay. That's cool.
I am
gonna
going to roleplay into it.
eat a cracker. Y'all take over for a minute.
How? What? No, I'm leveling up my character.
Oh, wait a minute.
It was easy, I just dropped down to 9.
Do I just go change the level in the class
go-
sheet, or is there
Yes.
a better way
When you
to
go
do it?
edit it, it'll do it. You do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
This
For
is
some classes,
excellent.
that's decisions. For some, that's nothing.
That's a really easy one for me.
Yep, especially because I'm taking my first level in a new thing, so for me it's crazy.
Why
So-
isn't it
Oh, you got a
asking me
lot.
to-
Yeah, no. I got Indomitable now.
Can
I can re-roll a failed saving throw once per long rest.
I just wish I could crit so I could roll my extra damage, otherwise it'll never do anything ever.
Can we talk about Legends of Runeterra D&D Beyond supplement sources?
Oh my god, I am so excited because we saw that. We thought it was just an advertisement, and then like we clicked through it, and I was like,
Oh, it's real.
They've already put it in.
"That's actual content."
Yeah, it's already in there and everything.
It's suspicious. It's either. I am wary of its balance because I think it is a marketing first, quality balance game second. But hey, more D&D is more D&D. So
I'm happy for D&D. I'll take it.
Slight derail for a minute. Did anyone watch the PS5 reveal?
Didn't
after the
they
fact,
say we're not
pieces.
doing this right now? Or did they postpone it? Or
Yeah,
did
we
they
have-
not?
No, they
we have
revealed
some
it. So
Oh, okay.
now our 3 consoles are our toaster, our refrigerator, and our router.
Is the PS5 looks like a router? Is that
Yeah.
the router one? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Xbox is a fridge, and the Switch is the toaster.
Well, Switch is definitely a toaster. It's a one-slot toaster, though.
Yeah.
If the Xbox keeps its like interchangeable components throughout multiple generations of PlayStations, I'll be happy. But otherwise, we'll see. I have a Switch. We'll see what Nintendo does next.
Yeah.
But any cool games you liked? Because I mean, you're leveling up, so let's go.
No.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I'm excited.
That
Nope.
sounds cool.
Right?
I haven't had a PlayStation 4 I haven't had a PlayStation since PS2 when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
But the love of my life has a PS4. It's sitting right here, and I still haven't actually played it at all.
Oh, there's so many great games that you would just lose yourself in on the PS4.
Oh my god.
Persona 5.
I still have the original 3 that's backwards compatible, and then I've got my 4 with my 3 sitting on top of it right here on my desk.
Important question: is it hacked though?
It is not hacked. It's just the straight up
that?
original. I bought it release day.
It's like the original PSP. The very original one was hackable, and those things were.
Yeah.
Hard sought after.
I remember when the Nintendo Wii came out, and like I got it opening day, and I was like, I had to mess with one of my friends, and I was like, I sent it, I like called him, and it was like, guess what I have between my legs right now? Because I was sitting in the car, and it was like right between my legs. I was like, oh man.
There are so many things to say.
It was great.
You know, I'm really disappointed. We're talking about consoles. The Wii U. I was so excited when I was thinking of the capability of like a dungeon master and like the players with a tablet. I think the best we got was like multiplayer Luigi's Ghosts, and the ghost had the tablet and could see all the Luigis.
I think the closest we got, I'm not necessarily saying it was a good game. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but I think the closest we got to the D&D thing was actually Mario Party, where the person with the tablet got to play Bowser and do all the evil stuff. Yes, you are Bowser with all the evil stuff is what I'm saying.
That sounds amazing.
I'm Bowser. That's fair.
Could you imagine Mario D&D? That sounds like
A D&D Mario, like D&D world based in the Mario universe.
I think the real thing I would lack with running a Mario-based D&D universe is the storytelling capacity to just bring
just
you
steal it
in.
from the fucking RPGs. Paper Mario World, or 7-Star Saga.
That's
Just steal
fair.
all that stuff.
That's fair. Rearrange it and present it to you, and Mario's got to do a jump attack, and
Well, yeah, things are weak and resistant to certain attack styles, like Pierce and Bludgeon, but it's jumps and hammers.
one of these days, maybe one of these days when Delving Deep is over, we'll repurpose it to a new RPG style, a new RPG book.
We'll get Connor on it. He'll love it.
Oh God, he would love it.
One of you has to be a Goomba.
I am
All right.
leveled up.
I'm ready.
All right.
I don't think I get any new spells or anything. All I got was
Get a new spell slot.
ability score improvements.
Oh right, multi-class. So you're a little off track.
Yeah, I'm a 5 Druid 4 Ranger.
Not a bad moment.
Nice.
But I did dexterity and wisdom because
There
that
you
seems
go.
right.
That
Good
does
plan.
seem right.
Strength doesn't matter. Dexterity is everything.
Gotta pull back that bowstring. Real.
Dexterity is like
Real
really
Dexter
is the
swipe.
master stat.
I have a 20 dex now. I'm stoked. That's as high as it goes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you
unless
get
you
a
have a
book.
very fancy book.
Without, or God's helping or something.
Yeah. No, that you are at it.
A really cool belt.
See, I know.
If I press
Like
Xtune, Xtune might
Right.
give me stuff.
There you go. You just go up and be like, look at how nimble my fingers are, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Come this way, Clayton."
And do is this. See, the hands are faster than the eye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's do a little bit of a recap. So, you stepped, well, I'd say through a portal, but through a kitchen door, into a frozen tundra. You maneuvered through the tundra, catching sight of an armada just offshore, finding trails and footsteps leading across the bridge, and to a cave where you met Captain Iron, her crew, of which included a certain dark elf. After a short conversation and some bartering, some trading, you managed to secure yourself some passage back to, Steel City, and from there you'll travel. Your goal is to travel back to the seminary. It's going to take I believe it was a week and a half, 2 weeks to get there. A week, thank you. And you spent your first bit kind of on that ship, having doing a little bit of work, right? Sweeping up things with the Yeti. Fuzzy, you spent a little bit of time entertaining the crew, and we actually closed off at a really important conversation. Nibbles has finally gathered everybody together in a small room kitchen area, and as I understand it, he has a big reveal, and that's where we're gonna cut into as the camera pans on the party sitting at the dinner tables. I'm gonna
Got to get that hype going in my mind because starting from 0 to 100.
you just tracked down Beholder and brought him back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I remember. Sorry, I was lost in my head trying to remember what I was. The surprise for everyone! So I know you've been keeping it a secret, Finn. I know you've been keeping it a secret, Beholder. I figured it out. You don't have to worry anymore. Gwenna, show him the present!
Oh! Yay!
Yeah, right after she takes it out. This is your coming out of the secret present to enjoy, because I know you guys are a couple now, and it's okay. We all appreciate that you were worried about separating the party and dividing us. You no longer have to worry about that anymore. Enjoy!
What are we talking about? Okay, caramel.
So, Beholder will just be like, "What?"
No.
Look on his face, and he'll just look over at Finn and go, give her a look, and then he'll be like,
I guess they
You
found
don't
us
have to do
out.
those looks
"I guess
anymore.
they found us out," and then Beholder will just walk over, take Finn by the hand, and dip her and give her a big ol' kiss, or give them a big ol' kiss.
Yep, absolutely. Playing into it every moment, every step of the way.
A tear will roll down Nibble's eye. Now you must eat the candy.
What was it you baked again?
A salted caramel
Salted caramel.
kind of pudding thing.
Go to give me a performance check.
A performance check. Deception
Absolutely.
check?
Ooh.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Ah!
This is a
Nibble,
stage
do you get
performance in my
advantage,
mind.
or do I have to roll one too?
Oh, fuck.
You each roll one individually.
Okay.
Casey.
Can I have advantage since we...
Yeah, would this be advantage for us because
This is...
we didn't know it was coming, but everybody is like, "What is going on?" And he just announced it because everybody's like,
Sure, I'll give it to you this one time.
Yay! There you go.
I was gonna say, no matter what, Nibbles is choosing to fail. I'm choosing to fail for him.
You believe in it.
Yes. I don't
Aw.
think there's a number low enough Nibbles doesn't believe.
Yeah, I mean it plays off believable as you sweep her into a grand bow and give her a kiss. The crew that is kind of left in the kitchen, they're all kind of feeling a little awkward, but with the Yeti clapping, they start clapping with him.
"Wait," then we will recover,
Yes.
Now eat.
and then I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Would you like to tell them, Finn?" Or
Oh, alas. Don't worry, guys. It's not true. We get this all the time.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Finn will take
Wait.
the thing and take a bite. Just delicious. But
I don't want you eating it anymore if it's not true. Oh!
I hand it
As
back.
one who make it. You keep. As one who make it. They get it.
Beholder will
thank
take
No,
a slice.
no taking back.
Hands it. We've known each other for a very long time, and we get this quite frequently whenever we work together. Besides, he's way too old for me. How old are you now? A couple hundred, 3, 4?
Let me
He's
double
an elf.
I can't remember it 100%.
Finn is currently a tabaxi, by the way, in case anyone had forgotten that.
Beholder will be like, "I'm actually 258 years old."
See, way too old for me. And married, besides.
Married? Oh, really?
That's new information.
Well, that's usually not something I go around projecting when I'm doing work like we're doing right now.
So that's
Well, sure,
fine.
but we've had all kinds of late night talks, and you never told me you were married.
In enemy territory.
Well, all right. Fair enough. Fair
Anyway,
Well, I'm refusing to believe this. I think you guys just don't understand what you have here. And Nibbles will storm off.
oh, Nibbles.
Beholder will be like,
Uh,
but I love you, Nibbles.
I continue to walk away still, though. But
So
Oh,
we are all invited to the captain's quarters for dinner tonight, and that does not usually mean that we are invited with choices to leave.
I see.
I'll
So-
see you there.
What does the captain want with us?
Well, I don't think she believed me when I said that Fuzzy was my bodyguard, and is not someone else's bodyguard.
I see. How many people are around us right now?
There's an additional 3 crew members.
Okay. Finn will, with a very pointed look at Gran and say, I take it you didn't tell her about how he came to become your bodyguard, did you? I know it's a bit of a sore subject and all.
9.
Well, she's been a very gracious host to us. Perhaps we should let her in on that little truth.
You may now roll your deception check. Okay,
I'm
noted.
going to give a very pointed look to Finn that is very
Pointed.
panicked.
Very what?
Panicked.
Panicked?
Because I don't know how Fuzzy came to be my bodyguard.
That's fair. At that point, actually, Finn was going to be like, I suppose we should all get ready. Reconvene in our quarters then. Perhaps we go find Nibbles and bring him back as well.
Beholder will go find Nibbles.
I think he hollered,
Did you go far?
hollered something.
No, I probably stormed out. Was just like, I have nowhere to go. And just
You are in a boat.
went on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Beholder will come out the door looking for you.
Hey,
And you're just chilling there?
Beholder. Yeah, grumpily.
He'll be like, it's okay, bud.
I think you're wrong, but okay.
She's like my best friend.
Yep, not seeing an issue yet.
You hear from the other room. He's like an older brother to me.
Well, in some ways, that's still okay. Nibbles 100% knowing what he's saying is complete bullshit, and he's just trying to win the argument.
That Finn is just gonna make their way back to their cabin, their sleeping area.
Okay. You have a little
How
bit
much
of
does
time.
Nibbles weigh?
God.
20, maybe?
20 pounds?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Beholder's gonna pick him up and carry him back to the cabin.
Are we
It's
talking
like sling him over his shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. Like a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
This is different. Yeah, I can walk. Is there a reason you're carrying me?
It's the least I could do for you throwing us a lovely party.
This is a weird custom, but okay. I guess when you live over 250 years, weird customs aren't weird.
They're just quirky. Okay, we'll go back to the cabin,
All right.
where I assume we're gonna have another conversation about how
Yes.
Fuzzy became bodyguard.
So we'll say you have about 45 minutes before you need to move again, so whatever you want to do in that time.
Okay. I would gather everyone so it's just us, make sure it's secure and presumably not being listened to,
Okay.
including Fuzzy.
Okay.
I know it's very sad and all, but we all have to be willing to accept how Fuzzy became your new bodyguard. I know that Richard Doyle was a good friend of ours, and of course, Fuzzy's first charge, as it were. Fuzzy is in the circle of trust. Yes, he is. Fuzzy was originally Richard's bodyguard.
We should not say that, I think Beholder would say. We should say that his original bodyguard is no longer with us.
That makes it sound intentionally vague. I mean, honestly, it's basically
I see it's intentionally vague as 5 a.m. being invited to dinner.
yes. That's so. Richard met an unfortunate fate. Fuzzy was out of a job. We felt bad for him, and he's our friend, obviously. And Gran decided to hire him on with some muscle, as opposed to the glorified butler that sits in front of you.
Well, and I think that my sister will just adore him when I am done with this mission.
Ooh. Most definitely. He's very adorable.
Hey.
Scritches. So, we all in understanding the story? If I tell the story, you all going to look properly sad when I talk about our poor friend and his gruesome death?
Well, I was one of the ones to help clean up his body.
Ugh, yes. Ugh.
Wait,
Very sorry.
wait. You cleaned up his body?
Yes, me and Clay, it was one of our detentions.
Yep, we cleaned up a body.
Wait, so he's actually dead?
He is actually dead.
Super dead.
That's very sad.
Did you not know this?
No, nobody said this.
Oh, I'm just putting one and one together. This sucks.
I just
Dude.
saw that he was not around last week. We've only been there 5 days and he only missed class once. I just thought he was sick.
I thought Doyle was a fake person.
I still confused. I will just nod head.
I'm sorry. I thought everyone had known. Beholder told me the other day, but yes, on our first night of detention, Clay and Beholder found him in the bathroom.
I think it was second night.
Second night.
First night was the
Yeah, that matches.
Oh.
sludge monsters.
Right.
Honestly, so many things happened that I completely forgot about it. That's
Yes,
probably why I didn't mention it.
That is very sad.
Also, we don't talk a lot during it, so
This is true. I don't talk a lot at all.
Well,
It's also really difficult to talk too much while we're in the center.
it's true. So, that is how Fuzzy became in your employ. Both as a friend and he needed a job, and I mean, look at him. He's quite imposing and impressive. What say you, Fuzzy? Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, we have to have dinner with her. Did she say what she was making? Or what we were having?
If she did, I don't remember.
She didn't.
Oh well.
How long have we been on this
Couple of days.
boat? Okay.
Are we going by a 5-day week or a 7-day week?
I don't even know anymore.
He'll
5.
tell us when we're there.
I know that it's a 5-day week. I'm just wondering what you're going on here. Okay, yeah. With that, Finn will just get ready to go to
Okay.
dinner.
All right. So everybody, he's getting ready. Anything particular you're doing, or just kind of straightening out your normal attire?
I'm gonna shine my armor.
Okay.
Make it all pretty.
All right.
Finn is making sure that all of their daggers are properly secured in their hiding places.
Okay.
And, yeah. That's about it. Just
first
ready for
chance
shit to
Clay
go down
gets,
just in case.
first chance Clay gets, Clay's gonna do some burpees.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Oh God. I'm looking for dice. This is awesome.
It's like we're actually at the table. Feels almost like we're playing. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, that was awesome.
So the fantastic thing about burpees is they are incredibly difficult. And so this role is just representing you getting used to. What's your strength normally? It's a plus 2.
It's a +2.
Yeah.
So it's like 14.
So you're I mean,
Yeah.
you're still reasonably strong for people.
Yeah.
And your burpees are coming along, and you get to about 25, 30 before you're really starting to get winded, and you have to take a break.
So I just got to get in shape.
4 more levels, and you can do more burpees.
Don't come to Beholder for that.
Nibble taking interest in looking at all the other crewmates doing work on the boat and stuff. We'll start checking them out and the work they're doing
Okay.
until dinner time.
Okay. Give me an investigation check, please.
Boom.
Okay. Having taken the time to kind of look around and watch the work, you start to see the patterns. You start to see the, not the shifts or any of the trading off in nights and days, but maybe passively now that you're taking some interest, you'll pick up some things as the time goes. And the 45 minutes or so will come and go, and you say you find yourself out on the deck as the ships are doing their closing in docking procedures, and your ship is momentarily docked with, I forget what I called it, but you were boarded on to Captain Iron's main ship, where you find yourself and a handful of other crew guided in to the main dining hall. This ship, larger than the others, massive deck and massive, almost mansion-sized interior. Talking multiple floors and a large dining space. You see a U-shaped, well, a table is arranged in a U shape, with the captain on the far end and a couple of seats, 7 seats to be specific, to her left and to her right. Then you're guided in to those positions. Captain Iron standing over, surveying the area, first rounds, courses of food being kind of put out on the table. It's not incredibly fancy, but it is plentiful. Meats, cheeses, and fruits, vegetables, just kind of laid out. It's not, Ectune Seminary good, but it's pretty damn good for a middle of the ocean pirate fleet. And she'll greet you as you walk in. Hey, hello there. Welcome. Come, sit.
Finwell, very, excited to be here. Very delightedly,
Is that a persuasion or a deception?
No, just like their usual mannerism of trying to be, trying to please, trying to fit in, kind of mannerism.
Do we get food before or after we sit down?
Oh, sit. The food is being laid out in front of you now.
All right. Yep. I'll scurry.
You more of a meat person, there, Goblin?
More of a drink person, really. But yeah, meats and cheese. I'll take those 2.
She begins to motion around, and waits until you take your seat, and she sits down, and there is they start to deposit large spreads of looks to be ham, beef, cheese, breads, and they start filling flagons of, it seems to be ale, in front of you.
Didn't mean to steal the thing from Flynn, though.
No.
Finn.
Fine.
Why do I keep saying Flynn now?
Why? I was thinking Flynn, too. Anyway, Finn, give me a charisma check. Okay. Yeah, nothing unusual. You've got the mojo and the however you describe the bravado. She'll sit everybody down and she'll just begin to eat.
Was there a spot next to Granny?
However you want to sit. There's 3 chairs on one side, 4 on the other. You let me know how you're laid out.
I'd like to have Fuzzy on one side.
Okay.
I would sit right next to the captain.
Okay.
Beholder will probably sit last. Just take whatever seat's left.
Okay.
And then he'll just take a plate of fruit and vegetables.
Okay. Yeah, it's all.
Yep.
I was just say everything you want is kind of in reach on the just outside the table, and you just gotta kind of reach and grab. Yep, exactly. And it does.
Stand on my chair so that I can reach everything.
Oh, that's right. You're tiny.
Nice.
And I might even put my knees on the table.
No one seems to mind.
I imagine I have to do similar because I'm not too much taller.
It's up to, yeah, absolutely. You could do the big extending reach, but if you want to get your knees up there, nobody seems to mind.
If you guys are near Beholder, he'll help you get food.
And there's just this moment as she takes the first bite that seems to be everybody else who's already sat down and kind of moved in, like the signal that they're allowed to start eating, and people, the volume starts to pick up as people begin to talk, and chat, and eat. Seems pretty regular.
This is delicious.
It's not bad.
This is delicious food. How did you come across such fine food this far out in the ocean?
No,
Any druids with you?
no, we bring it with us. We pillage a bit, plunder. We try only to eat this well once or twice every week. But I find it helps with motivation. What about you?
Quite
Where
impressive.
do you? Oh, do you normally dine this well?
Oh. I think the last time I sat down to a table full of food, it was full of cakes. Was.
Yeah,
Quite
we all
delicious
eat,
cake.
I'll eat this well because of Gwenna.
Oh,
Nice. Mouth stuffed.
you have a cook. We've talked about this. We've had this conversation.
She's a baker, and
I'm
an excellent
busy,
one at that.
busy head. Have you made it? You made it to our kitchens? Have you tried working with what we have on this ship yet?
Not yet. Wait, not overstepping. It's waiting for invite.
Shenanigans. Kitchen on the main ship. Go to town. Have fun.
Yeah, you can make more of that amazing, delicious treat that you made for Finn and Beholder, and yeah. And I just give them a death glare.
Nibbles, you want salted caramel, so you stop being so salty.
Sure.
I make
But,
you some.
Yeah. Make sure you get plenty of food before you go to work. I don't want Gwenna to. Yeah, don't suffer.
Well, not right now, obviously. Eat,
Yeah. You never know with
relax.
Gwenna. She loves to cook and bake. I'm always afraid she'll just jump right on it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me,
I will.
why the passion for food? What drew you to the culinary arts?
Food. How you say? Food.
You're saying it
people
right.
happy.
Food. Oh, okay.
Yes. I like making people happy. I like finding things to put in food. I like colorful food.
Do you have a favorite thing, a favorite dish you like to cook?
Cake.
That would
Okay.
explain the cake from.
She makes a
story.
damn fine, tasty cake.
You should have seen it. There was this cake that had, it was shaped like a treasure chest. And you open it up, and there was actually stuff inside the treasure chest. It was amazing.
I'd have to see that. How much to buy treasure chest cake, Gwenna?
Let think. Let me think. Must math.
Sure.
How big is cake?
Look, I wanted to fit at the foot of my bed.
Big cake.
Big cake. Okay. Massive cake. Okay. I think I'd give you a price.
Take a room in the main cabin on the main boat. Take all the time you need. You leave this ship with the deliverable, and you'll leave a little heavier in the pockets.
Perfect. I do. Yeah.
Quinn, I got a commission.
She's like eating like little bits of fruit right now, but in between the bites, you just kind of hear this quiet.
Perfect.
Let's see. What about you, Gnome? What's your story?
I am a paladin, and I like to hit things with my hammer.
Me too. I mean, except for the paladin and the hammer part, but hitting things is fantastic.
It feels wonderful.
Ooh. Especially when they really deserve it.
Well, of course.
Do you have any particular they deserved it stories? I love a bit of drama at the dinner table.
Oh my goodness. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's my sister's job. She's the one that tells stories.
Oh, okay. So, your sister's like a bard.
She's a druid. She likes to tell stories though, and she talks too much, and I am the one that doesn't talk a lot.
Don't worry. As you get older in age, the stories come a little easier. You'll pick it up. I didn't hit a nerve, did I?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Oh, nothing. What about you, sir? She looks to Clayton.
Well, hi, ma'am.
Captain will be fine.
Of course. Oh, hi, Captain.
Tell me. No, really, you decide. Tell me something.
Oh, I'm just Clay. I
Hey,
ain't nobody.
just.
I ain't nobody.
Oh, nobody that ain't nobody ends up at Captain Iron's dinner table. You've got a tale.
And looks down at their tabaxi tail and looks back up. Doesn't say anything.
I mean, I guess the main thing is I'm trying really hard to be a druid, but I ain't very good at it.
Oh. Let me tell you a secret there. Just, Clayton. If you want to be good at something, just start being good at something.
I'm pretty good at reading.
Well, you didn't tell me. You didn't introduce yourself as just Clayton the Reader. You said, I'm just Clayton the Druid.
I thought that might be obvious by this book sitting here next to me, but you know.
I like to imagine you just have a pile of books. Just a whole
I
pile
always
of
have a
them.
book or two. Yeah.
Just one arm is huge compared to the other one from lifting them all the time.
Yeah, lifting them all the time.
All right, then. I'm not going to ask you something as silly as what's your favorite book. I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite lesson?
My favorite lesson. My favorite lesson so far has been don't fight what you're good at and don't try to be what you're not.
Here.
I'm going to ponder on that, and I'll get back to you. I find it's good to take in wisdom slowly. And
That's fair, Captain.
there's a moment, and she looks briefly to the side, down the table, and she says, what about your story, Sly One?
That depends entirely on who you're looking at.
It's like, yeah, I think Nibbles pops up, goes, "Who, Beholder of Finn?"
Ah, I knew there was a Sly One in here somewhere. And she looks... So, I assume are you sitting on opposite sides?
I'm sitting right next to her on whichever side.
Well, I mean, Beholder and Finn.
Oh, I don't know. Where did Beholder end up?
I just took the last open seat.
All right.
So yes, let's say we're on opposite
I was
sides.
gonna say, I imagine they're on opposite sides. That way it's better when they give each other actual glances.
She will look back and forth on each side of the table, and she says, "Trick of the eyes. You just look both ways real quick, and they think you're looking at them. They out themselves some of the times, but you outed them for me. What makes them so sly, Nibbles?"
I don't know. Everyone calls him Sly, and so, they're Sly. Simple
He's
as that.
just mad that we played a trick on him earlier today.
Yeah.
I told you I'm sorry about that.
It's not a trick. You're just liars.
Well,
We never once lied.
You're lying to yourselves.
Sounds like a good dinner bit of drama. What's the tale, little goblin?
Oh, I see the connection in their eyes. They're such an amazing couple together. Even when they were, and he quotes there, pretending, and Beholder swooped Finn in his arms and gave them a great big smooch. It wasn't fake. I could see it. And then they returned back to their usual selves of hiding in the shadows.
The tabaxi that Finn is currently is a male or a female?
very androgynous.
Very androgynous.
I imagine it would be kind of hard to tell with a tabaxi unless they were
How many
specifically
nipples we
presenting
got, like
it.
6 or
You
7?
can't tell.
It's up to you, but at Nibble stumbling over the she, him, them, the captain will stop and look at you momentarily, and then just shrug it off.
Most of the time, very androgynous.
Well then, Beholder. Sly, tricksy Beholder with the swooning lady
Lying.
thing. Tell me your story.
I'm surprised you haven't heard my name.
I just heard it a moment ago.
Well, I'm a bounty hunter
Oh.
that earned the nickname Beholder from my quarry.
Give me, you give me a history check real quick. We'll use this as a
fame counter or something.
more or less. Yeah, let's get a general idea of where
Oh.
things are. Not that what you're saying isn't true. There are other variables at play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I probably earned my name in another region of the world.
Well, how long have you been bounty hunting?
Probably about 100 years.
About 100
but,
years?
yeah.
So say, what? That's a dangerous profession. How do you manage to stay alive so long?
I usually kill my opponent before they even know I'm there.
Glad I know you're here. That's humor. No, you're fine.
Are you saying we're opponents?
Oh, I'm
I
saying
thought we were allies here.
The proclamation of bounty hunting does make those with bounties think about it. But no, we're not at odds. Why would we be at odds? You trying to attempt a collection?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm taking a little break from bounty hunting at the moment.
Good. I have a cake to get to, and I would really prefer that be the next thing.
It is quite. Her cakes are quite wonderful. So
They're delicious.
And you had a whole
I think
table
I
of
have
them.
one right now.
It's pretty
yeah,
impressive.
it was the entire menu for the entire day.
No, that's a bit much.
I
Not
think
my fault.
There was some silly lesson we were supposed to learn because of that. But I don't know what it was because we haven't gotten back to school to see what the teacher had to say.
Well, hopefully you'll be back in class in a few days.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, it would be, wouldn't
As long as we're not expelled.
it?
Why would we be expelled?
It's been, I don't know, it's gonna be like a week.
Because we were expelled from the school.
Literally.
Literally, yes.
I don't think that's how that works.
Expelled for real, expelled for not real.
We'll probably just get detention, y'all.
Oh, so business as usual then.
Back to extracurricular activities.
I feel like there's a lot of meaning in the word choices of my dinner companions. Please, what is detention?
It's punishment for doing some things that the teacher thinks is bad in class.
Oh, so you get like strung up on the boat and drug around it.
I believe the word is
No.
keel haul.
We haven't gotten that one yet.
They make you do dirty chores and dirty work, like cleaning up messes and
Fighting
and
monsters.
dead bodies.
Or
Oh,
bodies.
so you clean up the person that was drug around the boat.
Well, the
Yeah, but-
remains of them.
I kid.
yeah, that.
Oh, okay, you're only kidding. Okay, because I was about to ask you if you thought there was nothing past the life of a boat.
Nothing past the life of a boat.
Yep.
Are you saying that for a sailor, there's nothing else beyond the ocean and the boat?
I don't know. I haven't given it too much thought. I only really actually started paying attention to the work your men do. It's kind of caught my attention lately. Would you mind if I actually chipped in and learned a couple things?
Be my guest. I'll attach you to old Bitterson.
Lovely name.
Ah, he's a charming. No, he's actually quite bitter.
I figured.
Bitter son of a bitch. That's him down at the end. You see a more rotund, I would say older, maybe early 40s, male, human, bald. It's got a lot of his face torn up on one side. It's not an eye patch as much as just a cloth kind of wrapped around it. Big arms, chatting with a few sailors next to him.
Yep, I could see him. Yeah, I could see why he's bitter.
Well, life ain't always cakes and butterscotch, unfortunately. But he's good.
Yep.
And he could use the help.
Sounds great. Would there be any chance I could get some pirate clothes?
I got two options. One, I could scrounge up something that probably won't fit you. Or I could name you a pirate, and your clothes, therefore, pirate clothes.
That's weird. I'll take the first one.
Alright, I'm sure we got something in the back. Probably.
Yes.
And dinner continues, and let's see. Oh, yes! Finn, right?
Yes.
What's your story?
Oh, story. How far back you want me to go?
I don't dictate stories, dear.
Well, short version is I'm a glorified butler. I gesture kind of at everybody. Just kind of keeping them in line as best I can. As best I can, of course.
Is that a deception or persuasion you're going for?
I mean, honestly, it's kind of, it's the same modifier either way, but currently that is what Finn feels like they are, is a glorified butler.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll that persuasion. Okay.
Thank God I have a plus 11 to persuasion, because I am rolling like garbage.
It's just how literal or how much she reads into it is all.
Yeah,
You're not.
that's fair.
She shrugs. So, which one of these is the most difficult to butler for?
Oh, well, that's an interesting thought. They're each very unique in their own way, obviously. B over there doesn't really need much. He's pretty self-sufficient. Gran here is more of my job is keeping her from hitting things that she's not supposed to. Gwenna, darling, I am an official taste tester and potential interpreter when she needs it, as I speak often for her. Clayton is really just very... He likes his books. He's pretty easy to keep an eye on. And then there's this little wonderful, wonderful friend of mine. She says, looking at Nibbles.
Yes. Sorry, I was busy eating. What was that?
Oh no, I'm just saying that you're very easy to get along with.
Oh, okay. And I continue eating like I'm relieved that it wasn't an insult.
Okay.
Really, this one, and she'll gesture to Gran. Gran is I would have to say you're the most handful. I hope that's not too offensive for you, darling.
Well, I mean, I've never lost a fight.
Yes, I know. I've been there many times.
You know the secret, Gran, to never losing a fight is...
Stay out of them.
Ah, there it is. I was gonna say, don't fight people who have never lost a fight, but I like yours better. See, it also adjusts when they don't have a chance to fight. Distance.
It's true.
Initiative is a powerful tool.
That it is.
Well, I hope you're enjoying your meal, but if you excuse me, I do have some business to attend. But I am at your call, should you require.
Thank you.
Thank you for the fine meal, Captain.
She'll do a big sweep with the hat and turn around and walk straight back. Door in the back of the hall.
Have you tried this chicken? It is delicious.
It is. It's absolutely.
I will take your word on that.
It's very chickeny.
I think I've made myself 3 sandwiches already.
I think that one was your third. I think. I don't know. I was trying to count.
I want another one, but I think if I eat another one, Fuzzy here might think it's a contest.
He's
Fuzzy.
got like a whole chicken halfway in his face. He takes the chicken out, and you see him like hold it up like next to you, like a size comparison.
I'm going to like sit up very tall and straight and puff out my shoulders.
He pulls it away from his mouth again, grabs a second chicken, stacks them on top of each other, and
Wouldn't he need 3 chickens to make a chicken sandwich?
That's it. I have a sandwich.
oh, all right.
Chicken,
He
chicken,
takes-
and chicken.
Just taking big loaves of bread and just squishing them together, and then. He does look
I
like.
am.
Good.
Clay is very conspicuously passing on bread right now.
Okay.
I wish we had media so I could
Oh.
learn new things without
Aw.
having to find new books, right?
Why is Clayton passing on bread?
Gotta get in shape. Bread's not that great for you.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. And dinner will continue, and you'll see people are eating, people are drinking. It's starting to get, I'd say it's starting to get louder, but people are kind of, or are leaving, or being pushed out back to work. And how long do you stay?
Is there any reason to leave?
Not particularly. You can definitely make this an evening. There's plenty of kegs and
I love
mean,
it when
places to refill.
the DM talks directly to me. It's wonderful.
I mean, brunch bunch is amazing.
Do we?
I love that the brunch bunch is back together having brunch again. It's dinner.
Yay! This is dinner, though, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Depends on if you've eaten today or not.
Right. Do we have any outstanding work that we need to do
Your
in order
guest
to pay
and
for our passage?
your guest and Granite's been seeing to it. Real quick, who's got a passive perception of a 17 hour?
I have a 20.
Beholder.
Okay. You both hear the faint, high-pitched sound of a baby crying in the back. It fades
Oh.
after
I didn't hear it.
a few moments, but
Interesting. Finn doesn't say anything about it.
Beholder
That's
and
sandwich
Finn
number
will
4.
Beholder will look over at Finn and be like, give that like, did you hear that?
That look again that just getting you in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Finn
It's
will
a
not.
thing now. It's a thing now. Like
See,
I
the
see
thing
it
is,
now, Nibbles.
Nibbles will catch it, yeah.
Finn's got the ears, and as soon as she hears this, she. First.
Anybody that's paying attention to Finn can roll a perception check now. She's giving you a visual clue.
Yeah. I know, cat ears, and how they like, oh, I hear something over here. I hear something over here.
It's very useful. Yeah, just a 17 or higher, you hear the baby cry.
I could do that.
Nothing panic, just a hungry baby sound.
Why did you do 2?
3.
3? Why? God damn.
Smashing it.
No. It's, I think. Oh, I need to make you bigger. That's why. Okay. Being a jerk.
So we hear a baby cry.
That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else about it.
Toward
unless you
where
want
the
to mention
captain
about it.
went?
Yeah.
There's
Toward
a
where the
baby
captain
on
went.
the ship.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
interesting things to have on a ship.
Well, I mean,
What
You
if
are
it's
aware-
the captain's baby?
I mean, there's a lot of different things it could be.
I think it's the captain's baby.
Did the captain? Never mind. I'm not even gonna ask that question.
Haven't you heard of Ectoon's razor?
I mean, she did say she liked drama at the dinner table.
I don't think she wants to be the drama that we discussed.
I see what you did say.
Ectoon's razor says the first thing you think of is probably the explanation.
Good snort giggle. Well done, Clay.
Interesting. Ben is fine to just hang out and keep eating until everyone is ready to go back, and then Ben looks like they're eating more than they are, though. They're not gorging themselves. Right?
Okay. Artfully eating. Okay. So you all enjoy dinner until you get, let's say, generally bored or decide to move on. So some of the last people to leave, as intoxicated as you would have allowed yourself to get. And it is some time as you get out to the deck before your ship lines back up. As the other ships are in rotation, docking and moving passengers and workers back and forth. What do you got?
Good night, Gwenna.
Right.
Gwenna, darling, were you going to stay and use the kitchens tonight?
I must plan.
Must plan.
Must, much planning.
Plan first, then bake.
Otherwise,
That's a better order.
I've seen
Bake first,
that.
then plan. Kind of bad. I believe Fuzzy said, "Eat first, eat second."
Hello.
So without much work, Gwenna, you are shown to a room. And it's nice. I mean, it's still a ship. They're not huge. But it is near the kitchens. Actually, in and to the back of the kitchens. Well, through the kitchens to get to your room. So you have access. Pretty easy access. And as you walk through the kitchens to get there, it has about 4 to 5 times the amount of supplies and cookware, and it looks like they prep the big meals here. And you're pointed to a sizable oven, a large workspace, and the gnome actually finishing out his directions for the night. Captain says you can use this workspace. We're not allowed to bother you, and if you need anything, we're here to help you. So, just call on me.
okay. Sound good. What name?
You call me Peter Knackle.
Peter Knackle.
Peter Knackle. That's me.
Peter Knackle.
Peter's fine. You just say Peter.
Peter.
Say, hey, Peter. And I'll go, what's up? And then you'll tell me what you need. I'll be like, I got it for you.
Good. Thank. And-
Welcome.
I work. Comment is hard. I working on it.
Commenting is hard.
No. Common.
Common is hard. I find common to be real easy.
Yay for you.
And he'll just giggle himself out of the room. Let's see.
Okay, so Gwen will just kind of like start kind of poking around to see exactly what supplies she's working with.
Okay.
What kind of spices and like sugar, stuff like that.
Give me a D100.
D100, because I remember how to do this now. Okay.
Ba-ba-dum.
Okay. You have more or less the bare minimum supplies to accomplish the task. You do have them. Do you think you're going to have to stow away certain ingredients so they don't get taken up for the normal meals?
Okay. Okay.
But doable.
All right. Well, Gwen is gonna kind of get lost in her own thoughts and kind of start planning where she needs to cut back on this cake to be able to, excuse me, make what she's being commissioned to make.
Sure. Give me your cooking check, and we'll start with that as your planning.
Okay, now I tried something new. I hope it works. If it doesn't, let me know.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Let's see it.
You.
Rolling dice, playing D&D, cooking cakes that look like chests, and hopefully have the ingredients for D&D.
Okay, alright. Okay, apparently my thing didn't work.
No worries.
Did it go? Wait, did it go through?
No, not yet.
No.
Sometimes it does, like, go through much later than you want it to.
Just, work with me here. Roll the thing. Or don't, fine. Okay, so it was, it's my proficiency bonus? One of these days I'll get it.
Yeah, wisdom proficiency.
Okay.
I mean, technically, any wisdom skill.
You might be able to do wisdom saving throw. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. Okay.
Perfect. You outline everything. Your previous cake, the treasure was near the brim. You think if you cut it down and there's more space in the opening of the chest, you'll be able to do this fine. It just won't be overflowing with gold. It'll be half full.
Okay. Alright, Gwen is going to start checking her pockets and see if there's any edible flowers she has that can fill the chest up a little bit more, just so the captain doesn't feel slighted by
Okay.
slightly less than full chest.
Do you shove flowers into your pockets on the regular?
Yes, she
Yes.
does. That's what she has. So
She
many
has many
pockets.
times.
Okay. You have plenty of flowers. You think you can add decoratively to the chest.
All right.
Okay.
She will get to work.
All right. You start working away between now and whenever you decide to go to sleep, and the rest of the crew eventually finds themselves back on their individual ship into, I assume, the crew quarters.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do before you go to bed? Hey, Cedric, thank you so much.
Yay.
Hey.
Heck yeah, buddy.
I know I should be thinking of things, but I just want to get back to school.
Okay. we can definitely spend your time letting time fly. We don't have to interact every day unless you want to do something.
Did we all
Hanging
disperse?
out with Fuzzy.
You're all kind of in your rooms.
Okay.
I would have,
So-
before we left the place, I would have talked to Bitter, by the way, to figure out what time to get up in the morning, all that jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. We could do that. Bitters is a bit intoxicated when you find him. He's outside, just kind of leaning against the ropes. He's hanging from one of them. He's got a cup in his hand. It's mostly empty and spilling a little bit. And as you approach,
Hey, Bitter. I'm gonna be working under you, starting tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm trying to learn the trick of the trade, all that jazz, you know. Show me how to be a salty sailor.
salty sailor. Okay, all right. We can do salty sailor. Find me when I'm sober.
That sounds great. You're not as bad as I thought you were. You know, with the name Bitter, I thought you'd be a horrible person.
Fuck off.
What? Yep. Okay, bye.
And he'll plop as you do. His group he lets go of his grip and he just kind of plops onto the deck. And you see him sway a bit before falling
I
to
wonder
his
when
side.
he's sober, I think to myself as I walk away.
Okay, then catch up with the group, I assume, and go back to the. Okay. So, anything anybody wants to do? And thank you so much, Cider. You are fucking 179. Goddamn, you're on fire.
I think Beholder would seek out Clay and be like, "Hey, we didn't really ever have a chance to do too much archery practice. All we've got is the time here. If you wanted to practice."
I want to practice.
So I guess for a couple hours, maybe a couple days, we'll go shoot some arrows.
Okay. All right. It's a just go and give me an attack, 2 attacks. We'll call that the average of your training.
Okay.
Me or
Both of you.
Beholder?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Which
I'm
one?
still using the short bow because I don't have a long bow yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, 31 and a 25. Beholder, it takes some, just sighting in and warming up, but you are spot on, exactly where you expect it to be. Throwing arrows where you needed to be. Clayton, same thing. A little bit of warming up for you, and your shots aren't as precise as Beholder's, but that can also be accredited to his one-track proficiency or the size of his bow. And but overall, you guys spend a couple hours just really honing it in.
Wow, that was a 3. A 3 I rolled.
Oh, you get sharpshooter, man. Bows are bows.
Yeah.
Super good. So we'll say between now and the next 3 days when you land, anything you want to try to do, and I'll otherwise describe the couple of days. We'll start with Boulder.
No, I think he's mostly gonna stick to the group.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out on what's going on around.
Clayton?
I'm of course going to be looking in books that I haven't completely read all of or absorbed all of so far.
Give me a perception check. Okay. Somewhere between breakfast and lunch, while reading and moving about your ship, you stumble upon a handy guide to tying knots. The pocket edition.
A handy guide to tying knots. It's just sitting there, or
Just
You
sitting
found a
on
naughty
the
book.
table.
just sitting on a table. Anybody around?
No.
Oh man, he's
Alright.
gonna steal it? Oh.
Is it red? Sorry.
Is that a red book in real life?
No, is it if I hover my mouse over it, does it
Oh god.
Is it READ?
is it red?
Is it gonna steal it, or is he just picking it up?
Oh no, you could take a look at it just fine. Nobody's. It just seems to be a little book.
I'll pick it up and read it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not particularly intense, but it is a pretty handy guide on a variety of knots. So you're not maybe you weren't quite sure that there were this many knot types and their uses, and it covers everything. First, some basic methods for, I would say square knots and basic knots and why they work in different ways. We'll talk about sailing knots and the different things used for riggings. It starts to add in why knots are, which knots are good in various scenarios outside of shipping. You're actually surprised they fit this much information into a tiny book, but the print's small and the graphics are abundant.
Nice. So I can finally learn how to tie a bowline.
If you'd like.
Around
But
the tree.
Just to change your pace from your normal book collection, if you were looking for something different.
Yes. Now I got to decide if I want to take this book with me or not.
You tell me?
There's nobody around?
No, I mean, there are people moving in and out, but nobody seems particularly interested in the fact that you picked up this book.
Tell you what, I'm going to borrow it and take it back to my cabin
Okay.
when we go back.
Okay.
I'll just hang on to it. If somebody asks me for it, I'll be like, oh, I was just borrowing it. It was just laying there. Nobody was using it.
Fair enough.
Borrowing it
That's
until someone
my
asks for
story.
it back.
Granted.
I would like to make sure that Fuzzy got enough food,
Hmm.
and I would like to keep talking to Fuzzy, and if he's not getting enough food, I'm going to use a spell to create food so that he can eat and eat and eat and eat.
Give me an insight check. We'll call it insight. You're not sure if it's he's no longer has a source of infinite food, but he is looking slimmer than you might have recalled a couple of we'll say days ago. But he's definitely not starving. He is still a large, heavy-set Yeti.
He's got a month. It's good.
So if you want to give him, if you want to give him infinite food, fucking go for it. But
It wouldn't be infinite. It would be 45 pounds of food at a time.
But yeah, particularly you do see him it's not like he slows down when he gets close to the end of his portion. Like he's still ravenously eating, and then it's just gone, and he's reaching, and he starts staring at other people's food, but he's not starving.
You're gonna make him fat.
You don't feed your Labradors like that.
It's like a cat will just eat as long as there's food. He will just eat as long as there's food. Okay. So yeah, do you give him any additional food?
Yeah, I'll create food once, and I'll just sit and talk, and I want to make friends with the Yeti. That's my whole goal for this whole mission.
Okay. Give me a charisma check. Okay. There's still chores and there's still cleaning, and you spend lots of time talking, and he's openly sharing, openly being friendly. There's a moment where you hear the crying again while you're on that ship. He'll hear it and he'll keep scrubbing away. Nibbles. You do find Bitterson the next day. You'll find him as he's waking up. He's very, very grumpy. Instantly, as you can tell, he's recovering from a hangover in the middle of the sunlight, having slept horribly on the deck of a ship. And his first moments are, fuck off, go away.
This is more like what I expected. Hi, Bitter. I was told to seek you out to learn more working on ships and all that.
He stands up
Salt Lakes.
and he starts to drag his feet.
Salt Lakes.
He goes into the dining hall. I assume you follow him at all these moments. He goes to a side door through the dining hall. And then he's just head down, arms on his, one hand on his head. He gets to a door. Looks back at you. Fuck off! Opens up the door.
This is my first lesson to learn how to fuck off.
Closes the door. And does not come out.
I knock.
Give me a charisma check so I can understand this Nibbles attempt. The continuous attempt.
It's a nagging attempt, just so you know.
No, absolutely. Please, I understand. Okay. You do well. After the third or fourth knock, you hear, "What do you want?"
I told you what I want. You're gonna teach me how to be a sailor. Or a pirate. I don't care.
I just told you how to be fuck off.
Do I have to talk to your captain?
Give me an intimidation check. With advantage. The door opens. And he's standing there, just a crack, and he goes, and batten down the hatches and twist the knots. Go do that.
I don't know how. Teach me.
And he shuffles through the halls. He gets to a door, and 2 doors down from his own, begins to bang. Jimmy! Jimmy!
The go-to Timmy.
Jimmy, in fact.
Oh, I heard Timmy.
That's fair. I'm doing a voice. Well, Timmy opens up the door. He's an older gentleman. Jimmy. I says, "Oh, not again, boss. I worked all night. Come on. Timmy, teach him." And he kind of pushes you forward and begins to shuffle back to his room. Oh, what are you?
I'm a new member. Also, I still need to get my clothes.
What do you mean clothes? You're wearing clothes.
Yeah, pirate clothes.
But are you a pirate?
Training.
Then those are pirate clothes you have on.
No. I was promised pirate clothes.
By who?
But it's all right. I'll get them later. Oh, the captain. That's right. I'm starting to see the power of this word.
You're lying to me, you little shit. I will.
Oh, definitely not lying.
All right. Come on in. And he walks over to his dresser and he starts to look through it. He's pulling out different things, throwing them off to the side. He looks back at you and says, "What? Are you gonna get undressed? Or are you gonna put it on top?"
Oh, sweet! I get yours. Okay. I start undressing.
Oh my god! Okay, there's not just a store where we can go shopping for pirate clothes. Yes, of course, mine. Keep your underwear. God, I'll keep your underwear on.
I didn't have any underwear.
I don't want these back.
That's fine. I wasn't gonna give them back.
All right. The most piratey thing that I have. Here, you can have this. It's mostly costume. And he throws a tricorn in your direction.
Yeah.
Here, wrap this bandana either around your neck or, maybe like on your forehead. That'll look real cool.
Yeah, I think I've seen something like that. I'll do that.
Okay.
What about the rest of my body?
Right. Well, start from the top. I'm trying not to
Try not to look? Yeah, I get a lot of that.
All right.
I don't know if it's good or bad.
Do you have pants?
Well, yeah, I did. I took them off.
Yeah, but normal pants are fine. They're just pants. So you put your...
But pirate pants are so poofy and nice.
I don't have poofy pants. They're not a theater...
Oh, don't be poofy. Don't believe... I mean, really, Jimmy, how tall are you?
All right,
Look at me.
I have some
Give me your
boxer
pants,
shorts
Jimmy.
that'll probably work. He takes out some shorts and throws them in your direction. I don't have...
It's like getting your friends into, like, Ren Fair.
And then he just throws you a shirt, and it is the oldest, rattiest thing he's got. It's V-neck with the string.
Oh, everything I've ever thought it'd look like. Perfect. Oh, Jimmy, you're a great man. Boy. Man.
Yeah, man.
How old are you?
I'm
Okay.
Come on, let's go, newbie.
Yeah, let's do this. Knots.
What? No.
Oh,
Knots.
He said knots and something else. I wasn't listening.
No, you're gonna scrub. Come on.
Okay, let's scrub.
And he walks into the kitchen and says, "Hey, clean this. Let me know when you're done."
What? The pots? Or
There's
the
just fucking
floor?
everything. The floor,
everything.
the
Okay.
pots. Oh, hey,
Alright.
and Gwenna, you're
Where's
there.
the bucket? Where's the soap? Where's the scrubbing utensils?
It's just okay. So the first thing about being a pirate, you gotta learn is to take some initiative.
Okay.
So I've given you the task to clean. It's
got
your
it.
job to
And I
figure
run
out.
away. I run back to Jimmy's room to pick up my clothes, and I bring them back to scrub with.
Gwenna, you do witness this, and by the time Nibbles gets back, you will pass Jimmy in the hallway as he's walking back to his room.
And I want to say Gwenna was like in the middle of stirring something, and she's just kind of watching this going, "Hey." I think she'd call out to Nibbles, "Keep soap away from cake."
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll keep it far away from the cake. I'll make everything so
Far.
clean. Though, by the time you're ready to use those areas, it will be perfect.
Okay.
How clean are your clothes?
Well, actually, the dress, not so much. The rest of the clothes I was wearing, because I got new clothes, well, relatively new clothes. Did I get new? I can't remember now. I might have still been just wearing my dress. I couldn't remember if I had actually gotten clothes.
I remember you stuffing the dress into something, so you must have.
Okay, well then never mind. Those clothes are 3 days old,
Okay.
4 days old, something like that. Not too bad.
Okay. I mean, as far as things go, they're clean enough-ish. But you are wiping down surfaces, and we'll fast forward through a lot of this. Essentially, what happens is you're given menial task after menial task. It is maintenance of the ship. They're not wasting your time. I don't know what aspirations Nibbles had on Grand Piracy, but so far it's a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, I imagine it's, okay, cleaning's done. What about what he's doing? What about what he's doing? What about what he's doing?
And you'll find
Every
yourself...
time I finish a task.
You will find yourself passed around from person to person. And there'll be a little bit of on-the-job training and then a lot more scrubbing. So you'll sit in the crow's nest for a bit. You'll move some containers and crates around. You'll haul food up for a meal, things like that. Basic.
Yeah. The whole time thinking like, taking every time he's ever taken granted for all the times he's been on ships and others have done work and stuff, and also reflecting on like, you know, a little bit of sadness towards Snitch, and just like, I never did give him what he deserved. This is a lot of work. I could see why he always wanted a break with me.
And we're back. I'm sure the names are screwed up, so we're going to leave them off for now.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
My computer was like, "It's too hot in here. I'm gonna blink."
Oh.
That's the thing that happened. But I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yay!
So, all right, Nibbles, and that'll be essentially Nibbles' next couple of days, and we can, Gwenna. Aside from Nibbles' distraction, you do have to re-clean some areas if you want to do food prep, but not so devastating. Of course, over the course of the week, you start getting the layers and the plans, and it turns out, with your previous cooking role, pretty good. All of your designs come fitting together. There's a precarious moment where you're trying to move the cake around where it leans a bit and you get it set before anything topples. But and insert a couple of moments where what seems to be some kind of baby formula is retrieved and sent back, and you see all the hints of baby stuff, right? But nothing evil or suspicious, right? There's just a baby on board. But you're in the kitchen enough to see the impacts. But otherwise seems like a happy, quiet baby. See the captain pass through every once in a while. She inspects your cake from time to time and tries not to spend too long. Says she doesn't want to ruin the surprise. I'm excited to see the final product.
It's almost there. Moving ahead of schedule. Very good.
How much was this going to cost me again?
Okay, so speaking as Jessie. Jessie is notoriously bad at figuring out prices, and she always undercharges. Gwenna is part of a guild, so she wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Can I do some
anything
kind of a check?
anything from a couple of gold to 20 gold would probably be reasonable for a couple of days worth of cake building. Actually, 20 gold would be pretty spectacular for 3 days of work.
To be fair, this is a very spectacular cake.
It's a very big cake.
We are almost.
Okay. So I think in that case, 20 gold.
Okay. She shrugs it off and walks out the front door. Got it.
All right.
And with that,
Gwenna
we're
was
gonna
fully
take.
in.
Sorry, please.
I was just gonna say, Gwenna was like fully in, like prepared for bartering and haggling, and she's like, "Oh, okay, all right, 20, good, cool."
Yeah, you think you might have gotten some more, but you're not sure how much. Okay. And with that, we'll take a short break. We're going to do 10 minutes, and we'll be back here. So come back. I'm going to hit that Bad Daddy button, and we're going to see what happens next. Bad Daddy.
Oh, real boy.
Bad Daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad Daddy. Not your son. Bad Daddy, the real boy.
Real boy.
Bad daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad daddy. What are these names? Not your son. They're pretty rough. We'll leave it alone. Bad daddy. Real boy. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm Uncommon. Welcome to Uncommon Gaming and the Deputized Delvers, episode number 11. We're getting there. We are playing some D&D. We are rolling some dice, and occasionally there's a giggle. So, you know, hello.
It was really hard, but I did it. I didn't giggle that time.
I did, but I was muted.
So, we last left you kind of finishing up your voyage. And the ship sailed over the course of a week back into Steelport City. The city itself seems... actually, like, everybody here, give me a perception check as you get into port. Okay. 8, 3, 6, 13, 9. All right, so...
My passive 12.
Sure.
I do not take my passive 7. I beat it out by 1.
Oh no, it's so bad. So essentially,
Can I
if
take
you,
my passive 16?
oh yeah, always you can always have your passive, always,
Okay.
because passive represents what you do without even trying, which is what you would roll, which is what you're like the bad guys, for example, would be rolling stealth checks against, or you are rolling, you know, your stealth checks against their passives. So, needless to say, the city is having some kind of celebration, some kind of large parade. Those who, let's say those who got a 12 or higher will see that it seems to be the celebration of a birth. Somebody of importance has been born. Or at least the celebration is for them, whether or not they were born at this moment. There's some kid.
Would Beholder know information about this since he was uncovered?
You know what? Go ahead and give me a history check. Those who rolled a 20 or higher, or have a passive 20 or higher, who is that? Beholder and Finn? Alright, let me wait for this history check. The city seems... The city seems... in nice condition. They've really cleaned up. Some of the damage and the wear that you remember last time you were here, it's really been spruced. Beholder, with that history check, there's no, you can't recall like of a noble or some child that was due to be born when you arrived here. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. You're just not connected at this moment. Actually, roll at advantage because you spent some time on this assignment.
Nope.
Yeah, same story, sorry. But yeah, everything seems spruced up. And the captain directs her ships. They come in one at a time, leading with her ship as it docks and takes ahead of you. Gets on the port ahead of you, and the other ships come in one at a time. Gwenna, you're actually there before everybody else. According to the quick plan that was shouted out, it's going to be about an hour before the rest of the crew arrives. But the people on the flagship are very quick to dock and begin unloading equipment. It almost seems like this was actually their destination the whole time. The fact that you were passengers seems to clearly have been a coincidence. Something that may not have been particularly mentioned in the negotiations. But you see it as they were unloading crates and taking in equipment and food and supplies. Like, there's already things moving. And of particular note, not the captain, but several more senior sailors. One of them one of them being Kia, will get off the boat with a small bundle in a basket. They're being a bit sly about it.
Okay. Gwenna will definitely take note of that.
Okay.
But she doesn't like. Okay, is Nibbles still on this boat, or did he find his way onto another boat?
Everybody else, at this point, I'm going to have them on the boat that's about an hour out.
Yeah, so Gwenna's not gonna do anything until the rest of the brunch bunch gets there.
Okay, yeah. No one's ushering you around or forcing you to immediately get off. The captain will stop at one moment, noticeably, as they unload, and she goes, "Hey, that cake. Fucking love it. I'm sorry if you hadn't prepared it yet." She's got some cake on her cheek, and she pulls out a bag. "I threw in an extra platinum for you, sweet thing. Hey, thank you so much. That's your flowers. Nice touch. Nice touch."
Thank you. Much appreciate. I'm glad you like it.
I know now why there hasn't been a lot of we'll say sugar at the table lately. You've been smuggling it into that treasure chest, ain't you?
Just a little bit of it. A little bit.
Well done. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Got to get
Always
an artist
happy.
to paint that damn thing. I love it. Hang it right over top of my bed with the big fistful of cake left. Like, all right, I'm sorry. Go up, whatever you're gonna do. Your friends, where are you gonna be? Should I direct them to you? Just gonna wait on the docks?
I can stay in kitchen.
I mean, there's no need to cook anymore. You're free. Go explore.
Kitchen's safe, though.
I mean, it's got knives.
That's why it's safe.
All right, great. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get to business though. Say hi to your friends for me.
And Gwenna will stay in her safe kitchen full of knives.
Okay. I do enjoy all the conspiracy. Like, I could see the gears working over here on Swoopy's end, and all the conspiracies and the theories going. It's good. Thank you. With that, about an hour later, the third ship will dock, and you all will see the same thing: the flowers, the parades, and you piece together the things we've told you about it. And you see the mothership, right? Captain Iron's flagship sitting already parked. What do you do?
How quickly can I get to Gwenna?
I mean, minutes?
I think we would regroup the party back up.
Sounds great.
Finn was antsy having her on a different ship the whole time.
Yeah, you'll probably find her in the kitchen if you think to look there.
I'm gonna run to the kitchen and see if there's any cake left.
There is a cake there. It's got one handful pulled out of it, but the rest has been left alone.
Backside. If you take a bit, do it from back.
No, take some from where she's already taken it. She probably won't even notice.
Oh no.
Is there a big spatula around?
There's plenty of spatulas.
Okay, I'm gonna get 2 spatulas and I'm gonna lift the cake and I'm gonna sneak some from underneath it.
You will hear a high-pitched.
Give me a dexterity check, please. Especially as one who does not understand the structural integrity.
Gwenna's definitely panicking.
Said I was helping.
You go ahead and give me an individual dexterity check, but it will not be a replacement for her check as much as a minimize the damage check.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate it. I hate it.
Finn is
So,
cursed. I
essentially-
can't.
What happens is you get the 2 spatulas under, but this cake is large. So as you lift it up in small spaces, you just pull up cake. That the rest of it sticks to the table. You don't rip it out, right? There's not a large chunk left, but it's clearly been damaged as you drop it down really quickly.
But now she has cake.
All
Put
right.
more frosting over the crack.
It is. Give me one of you can give. Yeah, no, sorry, not one of you. Granted, give me a performance check for respreading the. Okay, it's a handprint smudge. It doesn't line up. It's in the back at least, but it is clearly.
Oh, no. Okay, if Gwenna saw them trying to mess with her cake and her frosting,
Yeah, please.
she would I love you all dearly. She loves you all dearly. She will shove your ass out of the way.
Give me a. Gwenna, give me a dexterity saving throw to protect your cake.
Save the cake.
It seems like they're nimble, they have great intentions, they just don't understand the structural integrity of this particular cake. And as they begin messing with it, you're trying to react fast enough to stop this damage. Let's see the check.
Okay. Alright, you get over here. Oh, man. Did it go over the other side?
Companion rule. Oh, never mind, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna ask about that later.
Okay, so it's doing this weird thing where it's rolling on D&D Beyond.
Just tell me what it was.
Oh, you need to disable your dice. So click on your name, and then down at the bottom, it'll have like a little dice rolling tab. And you click that, and it'll turn it off, and then you can just roll with Beyond 20.
Okay.
Definitely probably the better way of doing it.
For now, you can just tell me what the roll was, and we'll go with that.
Well, the roll was 16.
Okay, that sounds good. You minimize any significant structural damage, but it is going to be marred. You could try to spend some time decorating it back up again, but it will not look as perfect as you left it. And you all kind of get shooed out of the kitchen real hate, like frying pans are coming out of Looney Tunes style pockets, right? And she's.
It would be a slow build to that, but yeah. There would definitely be a lot of like controlled deep breathing, followed by pots and pans.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna back out of the door with the cake that I'm eating in my hand slowly.
It's very good.
Finn would like to try and steal some of the cake.
So you notice, Finn, as she's walking out, that there's the cake, the frosting, but there seems to be some kind of like, I'd say there seems to be some kind of like filling on the inside. Now, are you gonna get like a piece of frosting, or are you trying for filling? Because that's deep in the cake.
For me?
Yeah, that's what
No, I'm just taking some that Gran had.
Oh, okay.
I'm stealing some from Gran.
Okay. Yeah.
She can do that. She's taller than me.
As long as you're sharing.
I'm polite about it.
In fact, as you were walking out with the cake, you do see Fuzzy walking in.
Oh no!
No, Fuzzy, this way.
Give me a persuasion check.
No.
At advantage. And I think you're about to lose your cake.
No.
He listens very clearly, but Granite has lost all the cakes you took. Because it is now Fuzzy's. He's just got your hand in his mouth.
That's just dangling.
That's fine.
No.
As long as he just follows this way.
It does, as you kind of like keep your toes up on the ground,
I love you, Gwenna.
Gwenna's gonna stalk out with like one pan and be like, I was going to share something. I had info, but not now. I'm mad. And then she's gonna like stalk back into the kitchen.
And Zira's kind of like, huh? Info?
What is everybody else doing while they circus around a cake? Family circus, even, around a cake.
Clay is having a dialogue with himself under his breath about wanting the cake but not going to eat the cake.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Nibbles is finally realizing his life would be easier if these clothes would fit him better. And so what he's taking is he's going to take out some blades and start cutting them in the places to like shorten it up. But then he's going to then take that fabric and stuff it in his pocket, hoping to maybe have it reused by a tailor to get the whole thing to fit nice.
Okay, yeah, too easy. In fact, as you cut it, you're like, hey, this looks more authentic. Looks like a pirate. Like,
Maybe I keep it this way.
okay. Yeah, everything. I mean, the shirt's still big. You actually find better use tying one of the strips of cloth around your waist to pull it up and tighten it.
Belt.
But, yeah. But you look like a goblin. I would say like a human child, but a goblin wearing their parents' clothing, except you've ripped it into pieces. The hat fits well enough. It is fine.
Beholder's gonna try to figure out what's going on in town.
Okay. You wait for the group, or do you move on ahead?
I think he has his connections, so he would probably just move on ahead, but not too far.
Okay.
Like,
so I'm gonna need answers from you real quick.
Do you want company, or would I be too conspicuous?
you're welcome to come along.
Oh, I want to go into town. Can Fuzzy and I go into town?
I mean, we all need to go into town. This is our stop.
Okay, now we're turning it into a party.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Now, Beholder worked as a bounty hunter. How traveled were you? And did you spend a lot of time in one region, or?
I think he probably spent most of his time as a bounty hunter in the same region that he met Finn. And then he got hired as a spy and came to Ect.
Okay, too easy. So a lot of time in Loros' territory to the south. So go ahead and give me. Actually, this would be all narrative. It's super easy. So as you begin to move through town, I mean, the streets are the same. The parade's got a lot of people gathering, and you stop at each of your contacts. Shop owner here, a bartender there, a tailor over here, and you don't recognize any of the people working. That's fine. Maybe a different shift. But as you get to their fourth and the fifth place, none of your contacts are in place, and the system is supposed to be built that at least one would be available to you at this time. Nobody
Or all Secret
you
Service.
recognize is there.
Okay. Okay.
What's their security in regards to mail couriers?
It's only been 2 weeks.
I know. I look nothing like any of those mail couriers. I don't know what you're talking about.
So
And we burned down the fort, right?
the fort?
Safe
The
house.
hideout safe house.
Did you?
I think I
Yes.
did.
Yeah, he did a full burnout when we left town.
Okay.
At least of the one we were using.
You'll notice that if you venture to that part of town as you go to your last contact, and the safe house is intact, doors there, nothing's
Okay.
destroyed.
I'm not going to go into
Like,
it.
it
though.
doesn't look destroyed.
Correct.
I'm not going to go into it.
Okay.
Just scope it out and just like as walking by.
Give me an investigation check. Okay.
No.
I mean, yeah, it seems maybe somebody repaired it.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I guess since none of my contacts, I guess we'll inquire about getting train tickets to the seminary.
Okay. Those are easy enough to get. It's not the it's not getting there as the problem. Of course, it's the entry into. The next train leaves in 2 days.
Okay. We
Tickets
still
are-
have our letters that originally got us in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As you check, you still have all your paperwork,
Okay.
including your class schedules and all
Okay.
those things. So, 2 days. What do we do? Big festival going on. Please.
Let's go see what the ruckus is about.
Yeah, I was gonna say Finn would ask someone, "Hey, we're new in town. What's going on?"
Super simple. I was like, make a roll, but no. You immediately find out that the son of Amaran Crowan, Durant Crowan, was born 3 days ago, and this is his ceremony, his parade.
Wait,
That makes my theory even worse. Oh my god.
It seems everybody's up in arms about it. He's the heir apparent. It's been so long since Amaran has even talked of heirs to follow him. He's been alive for centuries. And so they're making a pretty big deal out of this. This is, little baby crown.
I would like to ask. Actually, are there any sort of like news things that, like a newspaper with a date on it, by chance?
Yeah, easy enough to find the date. And I had written it down somewhere in my notes, but essentially, 20 years ago. That's what you come to. It's about 485 or something.
You should all take a look at this.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hi. I'm very curious as to what is going on.
So we were sent back in time. Is that what I'm getting at this?
Absolutely seems to be the case.
What seems to be the case. That's okay.
You start to put together the town and the repairs, or it has more life, not because they fix it up, but because it's just younger. Your safe house is intact because it hasn't been burned yet.
Hasn't been burned down yet. I don't know.
And that doesn't even mean it's a safe house necessarily then.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzzy, how old are you? 20 years old or younger? About 20? This is an interesting situation. Okay, so Gwenna, I know that you said earlier that you were mad and you didn't want to give us the information. But I think things have changed. Perhaps you can tell us whatever information you have.
She is slightly going into panic mode, because she realizes her dog is probably in a different time period than she is.
Yes, your dog. What about my sister?
Same thing.
So, on boat, oh my god, tuna! On boat, the baby formula, lots of baby formula. When we got off at dock, there's like seven, what do you call them?
People?
She's gonna speak
Aquan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finn will start talking in Aquan to get, fix the language barrier for a moment here.
Okay, so I saw 7 officers leave the ship. They had a basket wrapped. There was like a cloth bundle inside. I assume with baby formula, that means there is baby in basket. And then they left. They went into town.
Okay, Casey, this is the big point. So in a lot of mythologies and worlds and universes that have changelings, the idea is that a changeling grows up in a human family because they are swapped at birth. Is that the case in this world?
Are you watching yourself get swapped?
I don't.
I know you're only on episode 11, but from 33 episodes of experience, he will never give you that.
May I roll to see if that's a thing?
You're asking if that's a thing in this?
Is that a thing in this world where changelings?
Yeah.
Is it a fairy tale at the very least?
Yeah.
Is it a fairy tale in this world?
You can go ahead and give me a history check, and that'll be a answer of whether or not you as a character think that's a possibility or have heard the story, not whether or not it exists as a fact.
Finn is cursed. I cannot roll.
To be in that book I used to read.
It's
Joy
because-
does it.
It's because Durant is near.
It is. It's because Durant is near.
Is
That's
he?
why you can't roll.
Is that Durant? Is that Anthony? Is it a changeling?
Kill it now. Let's fuck everything up.
Are they actually different people?
No, what we're watching.
There's just a baby being carried off a ship, guys. You are reading really far into this.
No, Finn is.
Yeah, that baby
Finn is
kept
convinced.
crying the whole time.
I'm gonna
and
go with
Yen
my
said they're
initial.
listening.
I'm gonna go with my initial thought, even though, like, for different reasons,
Yeah,
Finn
sure,
still
you do whatever you
thinks. So we show up in port with a baby that they're trying to keep a secret, and there just happens to be a brand new baby born 3 days ago. Also,
Yeah, we
what
should
day is
probably go
what
do
day
something
is the
about
day he
that,
was born? Like,
because-
what is Durant's birthday? You can
What
tell
is-
us this later if you don't remember it off the top of your head.
Oh, I mean, Durant's birthday, I mean, if any of you read the file deeply, and I imagine a few of you would have, it was 3 days ago according to the calendar, or the newspapers, or the reports. Yeah, you're on track there.
Okay.
So if the mission was to, what was the mission? Were we supposed to friend him, save him, protect him? What were we supposed to do?
Befriend him, get battle plans, send him on back to wherever it is we came from.
Well,
You actually know that it's Loros. I just
I think we have a different mission now.
you mean get home? Or whatever that entails?
Yes,
Side
that.
quest.
But I think I'm gonna go. I think I go protect that baby.
Which that baby?
Now the question is,
The ones that is the babies that we were supposed to be protecting
but which one
or
is that?
friending. Friending?
Befriending.
Befriending, manipulating, using, whatever.
No.
This is what Finn does. Finn's not gonna sugarcoat it. Okay, well, I suppose. So my concern is that they're going to try and swap the baby and take the actual heir with them elsewhere.
Well, then we should follow them.
That was my thought as well.
I take it that means we
So
might be
we have
pirates a
enough
little
room.
bit longer than usual.
Yes.
Yeah!
Probably.
I'm voting for this then.
Finn needs to get a change of clothes.
Okay.
I don't want to change my clothes.
Alrighty.
I
Joy.
like
Finn very
my-
specifically needs to change.
I like my armor. Will it be bad to wear it on the boat?
I'm hoping to prevent any potential swap.
Oh, but then we won't be on the boat.
I know, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm Team Swap.
This is all, of course, assuming that I'm
Team
correct.
baby swap.
Yep.
I'm gonna start walking towards whatever the loudest ruckus is. I think because I'm tired of talking, and I'm
Maybe
small
we-
and it's hard to keep up. So I should get a head start.
Oh,
Gwen's gonna follow.
Maybe we wait until they swap the babies,
I'll just
and
take
then
'em.
steal the baby from the pirates, and take and raise him for our own.
I don't like that idea. I don't want to raise a baby.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but I said when we started this that if Finn happens to be like 20 years older than Durant, that she was going to be upset. Just throwing that, or older than Anthony, I'm just throwing that out there.
You don't want to be Mama Finn?
I definitely don't want to be a parent to Anthony.
You could both be the mother and love interest.
That is so unacceptable. We're done with this conversation. We are swapping over right now.
Too
We're
much
just
Greek
going to follow
mythology.
Bran.
Team
Okay.
swap.
I got 2 for Team Swap? Okay. It's so great.
I hope there's absolutely no baby swapping.
Ah.
Unless we do it.
I mean, I was going to say, we could just kidnap baby Durant.
Like, why are?
Just
okay.
change everything.
Why?
That's how he becomes
I
vampire. He's
think you
raised
have a-
by us.
Why are we here?
That's why he goes looking for joy.
To go back to the school, but now we just realize. Wait, we're at the right place, right? Where are
It's
we?
more, why are we in this time period? I think it's.
Why have we been sent here?
I don't know.
I don't feel like this is.
I
a
really
random
want to go talk to
occurrence.
I know.
Or Daddy.
If he wasn't
Rowan.
3 days old, I would want to kill him right now.
This is our mission. We're gonna make sure that this goes down so that the future doesn't get changed. Or the
How do
present.
we know this
I
is
don't know, I'm
supposed to go
confused.
down?
I imagine it's supposed to be swapped.
So you're saying that the Durant that we
Team
went to
swap
school
babies.
with is not the legitimate heir,
I don't know.
and
Well,
the
if that is the
pirates
case,
have the legitimate heir.
If that is the case, then we need to follow the baby that is stolen to find out where he is in our actual timeline, so that when we finally get back there, because I will
We
get back
can
there, I
leave.
want to see my sister again.
I
Yeah.
want my
Get
tuna.
back there.
Okay. So
Then
game
we can
plan.
tell them if they have the right person or not.
I've got it. Game plan. We're team swap or don't swap. Just write information down and go back to the present.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's an
I like this
interesting
plan.
thought, but we are in the present.
I thought we were in the past.
No, we're in the present. We used to be in the future, which was the present.
I
But
think
now
you're
we're in
wrong.
the past, which is our present.
I want to go. No, I'm not going to
Back
say
to
We're
the
it.
always in the present.
Go back to the future.
Sorry.
That was great.
I want to hit something now.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
you
I
can,
love
you
it
can
when
hit
she
some
gets
dough.
like
You can punch the dough and make a dough.
Sorry, y'all. I read a book on time dynamics earlier. When I
Did
was
it
a kid.
help
How
you?
long do Yetis live?
Yeah, because I know this is the present.
Who's present?
100-ish.
Okay.
It's where we are. It's the present.
Yeah, but so it's always present where we're at.
Yep. Fuzzy
Yep.
is just.
Hey. Do you think Fuzzy, do you know about this baby swapping business? Were you there the first time? How old was he when you found out, when you became friends? He was big,
He's making a small motion, like with two hands.
small motion.
Yeah.
Like was he big or small like he is right now, or bigger?
Oh, I wish I could speak Yeti.
And he puts his hand down about a foot from the ground.
That's very small.
Then he points
You
at
were very
himself.
young.
He points at himself and goes, and he puts himself
Oh,
about
when
2
you're
feet.
a foot tall.
down.
Okay, so we find baby Yeti, and then we'll know where Durant is.
I mean, that seems like a solid theory to me.
Yeah, we just watch whoever clings on to the baby Yeti.
But we haven't seen a baby Yeti yet.
Well,
We
I'm-
also don't know
I'm not sure that he
if-
met him at 3 days old, though.
We also don't know that the Durant that ends up with the Yeti is the real Durant.
well, yeah.
So we don't
but
know if
I
we're
think
supposed to
that-
prevent a swap or make a swap.
I think that one of the big important things to talk about here is our original mission. And we're huddled and obviously not having this loud conversation in front of a bunch of people.
Sure.
Our original mission was to get close to the person who was going to be the leader of the Ektoon army, whether it is biologically the son of Amaran Crowlin, or if it's a swap, either way. Our
Well,
mission was to get close. Now, the swap doesn't really change what that mission is because it is the status of the person, not the bloodline. Keep that in mind.
But that's how bloodlines work. I think if they found out that it was swapped and that's not actually Durant, I think he gets in a lot of trouble and no longer is the snooty brat we know. He probably might have a change of tune when he no longer gets the power of daddy.
But he also might not. I mean, if there is in fact a baby swap going on, then the Durant that we know doesn't know he's not Durant.
Yet.
Potentially.
Also
Anyway.
wondering, let's say we prevent the swap. Will we go back? Will it be Durant or will it be not Durant?
We
I
don't
really
know.
hate to be that person, but we might want to.
Kidnap the
anyone would
baby.
believe us? So yeah, just kidnap both of them.
That's what I was gonna say. Kidnap both babies, and be done with it.
I don't think
Raise
that
them
solves
both and burn 'em.
anything.
I like this plan.
I hate
I know
this
of a
plan.
cave in Sanalis. It's beautiful.
This is where we just kidnap both the babies and leave and just completely screw up Casey's world altogether.
You can't screw up anything.
She has planned nothing.
I have thwarted your plans.
I have.
Bold of you to assume I had plans.
I told you I'd give you opportunities to adjust the world.
Wow.
And here we
What
are.
do we do?
I say
I don't
we
know
watch.
what your guys' mission is. I know, get battle plans, blah 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 blah. But
Team
that's
watch.
I want to see what happens. But I just want the world to be a better place.
Do you think anyone would believe us if we told them we were from the future? Actually, she points at Clay. Clay, do you have any books that were written our timeline within the last 20 years? I.e. from the future from now.
Roll a
Our
D100.
Okay.
Basically, because we're currently in timeline B, do you have any books that were written what would be the future from now?
You have, on your person,
Wow.
a handy guide to tying knots, circa 5 years from now.
That
5
means that the
years from
ships are
now.
from the future as well.
Oh. Oh. Okay, so we can prove we're from the future, sort of.
We can...
I mean,
honestly, Truth Magic will do that as well, but I'd really like to avoid that. if we can.
So
One second.
Pirates are doing a time heist?
One second. That was a flub. Let's rewind a couple seconds.
Okay.
Because I do have, there's a plan, and that's, as I was like, all right, I can't actually go with that.
The boats are not from...
One of your books,
about the goblin and the wedding dress.
we'll say, one of the books you picked up in the store last time you were shopping, and I do not have all this written down. Just pick one.
Oh, I have one of those ones where you write in it and it tells you if there's things nearby. They were giving them away practically at the bookstore. Remember?
That's the thing, but those aren't dated.
Damn.
But we will say
I don't remember
the
that
last
at
thing you
all.
have about the history of the world and the wars definitely covers the next 10 years. I was almost gonna let that one that slip up go ahead, but there's too much at stake for me
The
to.
ships can't be from the future.
No, they can't.
Kinda...
Yeah, there's too much going
okay.
on. I was running down all the timelines. And let me stop you there.
I'm glad I said it.
Thank you.
So this is not a time heist.
It's not a pirate time
To steal a
heist.
baby.
Yeah.
Well, that changes a lot of dynamics that I'm not prepared to rewrite.
Okay, so, good to know that we can at least sort of prove what is going on. I guess this leads us to the question of, do we intercede? Do we get information and go back?
How do we know how
I
to?
Do we
mean,
steal the babies?
how do you
If we steal
propose we
the
go
babies
back?
and takes them to the future.
Yeah, we don't know
think
how to
they'd
get
come
back.
to the future.
I don't know if, I don't have access to magic that can time travel. I don't know anybody
I
who
think
does.
We don't have much time if we're gonna do anything, so we should start walking towards the baby.
Oh, I thought we were walking and talking.
And
we
we're
are walking and
we're
talking.
walking. Okay.
It's just that, I don't have any magic that can get us back, obviously. I'm not a magic caster. None of you seem to have. I would be very surprised if any of you had time travel magic. The only place that I can think of that might have that level of magic is the school.
Does my schedule have a date on it?
You look at your schedule. It has no date that changes. It does have like, the semester and the year that you're enrolled, but it's not like. So yes, it's got a date from the future.
That is a very specific item that I'm pretty sure that if we show to officials of some sort, they'll at least get us in the door.
Well, we just need to tell them they sent us back.
Telling them is
save
one
Durant.
thing, proving it is another.
Well,
Do we see
they
the
sent us
baby?
back. We show them the book that we have that's from the future
You were right
And
now
the
just
schedules.
walking up and down the streets.
and our
Um,
schedules.
Finn is keeping an eye out for a clothing store because they want to get a change of clothes.
Yeah, plenty of them.
Nibbles is also assumingly following to find a tailor.
You can spend as much time as you like searching for clothes or getting
Question,
clothes.
Casey.
Answers.
When did Ektoon's military might start expanding?
It's always been a force of numbers. It's more in the last 10 years that it's been a force of technology.
From
Last 10
from-
years from present? Or
10 years
future
10 years in
present?
the future from you right
Okay.
now, and 10 years in the past from where you were.
Timeline
Okay.
A versus
So-
timeline B.
It's
We're not
starting
getting
now.
confusing at all.
right when
will then
your
be now?
book, Clay, ends. So
Yeah.
if we show this book to an official, they're going to confiscate it because they have information from the future. And it might be what incites the Ektoon.
I vote we
this is-
don't show them a book about military
this is
history.
getting deep.
I suggest we don't do that. I definitely think that we show them your papers from school that are dated and magical, and they should be able to confirm and identify that that is what is going on. This is all assuming that you want to go to the authorities, because honestly, I think our best bet at preventing this, if you guys wanted to prevent it, would be to tell the father of the child that might be getting swapped.
Let's do it. We
Wanna
should do
do
it. Yes, we should do it.
We're acquaintances of Durant that weren't to school with him,
Yes, that will go over swimmingly.
and we were sent back in time.
I can sell it. I really think that I can. I mean, look at this
It's the
Yeti.
truth.
Beholder, being a spy, says we should destroy the books that have information about the future.
I think we can hold on to the books.
Oh,
I
there's
do not
Beholder
think we
wants
bring
to
them up
destroy
at all.
them.
I know you
Okay.
want to destroy them.
Beholder doesn't want anything that can give Ektoon a
You should talk about that moment in character.
What would that sound like?
So when we realize that the book has future information and we're in the past, and locking those pieces together, Beholder will be like, Clay, I know this is your book. I will replace it when we return to our timeline, but this book needs to be destroyed. This is information that Ektoon should not have access to right now.
The question is, does it get access to it anyway? Is this an alternate timeline, or are we simply back in the future? That is technically more than Finn would probably know, but I'm going to stick with it anyway.
Beholder would not want any information because
Well, I hate to agree. I do agree. Though I can...
If we think about our mission,
Rand doesn't.
if we think about our mission, I think Beholder is making a lot of sense. I'm not one for destroying a book, but I've already read it. I mean, I need to probably read it again to get all of it, but I've read it once, so.
There's a difference between destroying books and destroying a book. Destroying books in general is a destruction of knowledge. This is a protection of knowledge.
Yes.
Don't feel bad about burning it.
Because if this is
no,
the
we're
reason,
gonna burn it.
if this book is the reason that Ektoon gets an advantage in the war, for us to go on the mission that we originally sent on, we caused our own. Maybe we can turn the tides of the war without having to even.
Will that mean we lose our job?
Yeah.
It would, but
Yeah, but it would mean we
our
accomplished
mission was
mission.
successful. Either
wanna
way.
Well, sort of.
Question. Do I get my dog back?
We would
Did
have
you
never.
get your dog because of the mission?
But it's if we have no mission, why we go seminary? What happened to Tuna?
Maybe Tuna would be where you found him.
Her.
Her,
Maybe-
sorry. I
maybe
would know
you-
that.
Maybe when we come back, you'll be teleported back into a time and a period where you'll be baking with Tuna next to you.
Okay. I've read this. I've read about time travel, and that sort of thing. It was kind of goofy, but the way I understand the rules to work is if we change the past, that alters what we would be doing in the future. We would not remember doing that, and would just end up back somewhere, and how our lives would have gone
That'll bug me.
normally without all this. So
That'll bug me.
it won't.
I don't want to lose my
because
memories.
Finn
Well,
veers us into a clothing shop.
It wouldn't bug you because you wouldn't know.
Oh, it'll bug me. It's bugging me right now. I don't want to not know.
Finn would like to buy some very nice shoes.
Okay, go ahead and take 2 gold out of your pocket. You have the nicest shoes. As it turns out,
Specifically, the Ectune shoes, if they have them.
well,
specific
you beat
ones.
me to it. They're sold out.
Never mind, I don't buy any shoes. I just buy regular clothes.
I really don't.
It turns out they ran a limited edition baby blue canvas shoe for this occasion, and it is. You look out and everybody's just
Finn will steal them off of someone later.
perfect.
Anyway, Finn gets a change of clothes and will find a place to very subtly change themselves back into Finn proper, and be dressed in normal clothes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just give me a stealth check. We'll see how cleanly you acquire baby blue Converse shoes. Yeah, no. Somebody walked out of the store right before you did. Yeah, they're about to put them on. They've taken off their shoes. They're sitting down. And they look over. They're just gone. Perfect size. Or you know,
My mind totally went to the like.
All shoes are perfect size for me.
My mind totally went to Finn literally taking the shoes off as the person's walking and putting like her shoes or their shoes
like-
on.
It's
them.
like you're in the video game and you like crouch down, you walk behind them, you open their inventory, quick swap things.
take their
That's
weapon out of their hand.
That's basically what I just did with this guy's shoes.
No, they're nice, and you find an outfit that matches well enough.
Beautiful.
They are surprisingly uncomfortable. They have no sole support.
That Finn will make her feet fit perfectly to these shoes.
Okay. They're not
They get
uncomfortable because they don't fit.
uncomfortable anyway.
They're just, Converse aren't comfortable.
During
I
all
have a
this,
pair.
Nibbles doesn't even realize that we did all of that. He's not looking for a tailor anymore because he is definitely in turmoil of losing his memories and maybe that being good or bad. But Clay, so losing the memories? No, yes. I don't understand. Part of me says yay, but all of me says no. How do I prevent that?
I would like to note that I would have tried not to get veered into that clothing store.
Okay.
Finn's not gonna grab you kicking and screaming.
I would have just been like, "Whoop."
But yeah, be like, if we get there and you're like, I don't want to go inside, Finn will be like, I'll be right back. Finn doesn't really have to try on clothes.
They just fit if you want them to. I'm a size small today. Boop.
So,
Yep.
Clay, if your book gets found, I don't lose my memories.
We
don't know
have
if
not
that's-
established that. We don't know.
Because
don't
if the
know
book
what we're-
gets found, it could make the future worse.
Nibbles,
We don't know
But I
let
what
me
still
we're
clarify.
have
here
my
to do.
memories.
Can I clarify something, Nibbles? This concept that he's talking about possibly losing your memories is entirely hypothetical and part of a fictional.
Yeah,
not fictional,
that hypothetical scares me.
Any time, at any point, you could hypothetically lose your memory. This is not going to be... Nibbles. You're going to be okay.
I want them.
I want my memories as well. I've made some excellent friends with these memories of mine. And though there are some things I'd rather forget, the problem is we don't know what will or won't change anything. Perhaps we were always destined to come back in time.
Okay.
No,
All right. I don't like this. I'm just gonna.
I know.
I'm gonna observe.
Buddy, I did not mean to alarm you. Okay,
It's
just
fine. I
a
just want my memories.
It's just a hypothesis. Okay. We really got to figure out what we're here to do.
Yep.
And can we read the book to figure out how it's supposed to go? Well, we wouldn't know because no book would tell us if there had been a swap or not. Would there?
That's not... No, I don't. I'm
Give,
pretty sure that...
give me a history check.
All right.
Not that a natural 20 will tell you a damn thing, but let me think about the 20 roll.
Maybe you can piece together events that have happened that might insinuate something.
Finn would like to...
documentaries this one time I saw that suggested.
It's a conspiracy theory, but it's never been proven.
The book doesn't dabble in the... It's very broad. It's very big moving pieces. What you would love is like a National Enquirer. Right? You want to know if there's any baby daddy drama. Right? Like maybe the eyes weren't the right color, or the cleft chin didn't exist, and, you know, artists' renditions were off. Nothing like that. There doesn't seem to be any drama linked to the house of Crowan. It's mentioned as a several times. Like Amaran Crown is a big figure in history constantly. He's the machinations of this war and politics. He's, for all intents and purposes, the ruler, if not for a literal god that, you know, is in charge. For an 18, he seems to be immortal, having children. He's had a child in the past. There were definitely attempts on that child's life, successful in the end. And he went without children for many. He went without trying or taking a wife for centuries. The book is a small footnote. The birth of Direct Crowan was a moment of him, essentially. The speculation is he's giving humanity a chance, but nothing about whether or not there'd be a swap.
Well, I'm very much in the team of get a hold of the authorities, specifically Amaranth from camp. Though I don't know how easy it would be to get a meeting with them. What are you guys want to do?
Honestly, I'm not sure we want a meeting with him.
I would love a meeting with him personally, but that's...
Well, what's our play here?
All in favor of doing nothing and just taking notes and trying to get back on our own, say aye.
Yeah, aye.
Okay. All in favor of trying to prevent any sort of swap, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor of getting the authorities involved, say aye.
Aye. Whatever works.
I open
wanna-
the floor to any additional suggestions.
What if we were to try to figure out what they're doing with that baby that they brought off the boat?
That would be
Help
gathering
baby.
information, yes. You want to help the baby? Is that what you
Have
out
I
of character
gotten-
didn't hear you?
How far away have I gotten at this point?
Oh,
you trying to
where
get
are
away
you
from
going?
us?
Where are you going? Janet?
I was headed for the baby.
That's fair. That's fair. And we'll pause
You know where the
rest of
baby
the group
is?
conversation. And granted, let me see what you were trying to do, and then I'll address what happened. Because they did go to the shop, and you did say you weren't going into the shop.
I just want to go see if I can find the baby or the main, like, what is it's not a castle.
The base.
Whatever the base.
Okay.
And, like, I'm going to go do plan C.
So we'll say that
Find
the crew that is having a conversation right now, and we'll go back to the past a couple minutes to handle yours. At this moment, you will realize Granite's just not there.
If Finn would have noticed immediately, unless your roll's really high on the stealth check.
You didn't notice
Finn,
because
I was.
you didn't notice because you were putting on shoes and clothes.
I mean, I am really short.
All right, so we'll handle that. What were you trying to do? I give you a 5-minute head start.
So I like the plan of telling Amran that his son's about to be swapped.
Okay,
or
so
that
you're
there's
like
pirates.
hot jogging it right to the base.
Yep.
Okay. The parade is in force. On these days, the military base itself is part of the festivities. There's extra guards, but the gates are open to the public. There are museums and public spaces available to you today, and you're able to get in to the military base easily, but several buildings in front of you. Barracks, medical facilities, clearly a headquarters.
Headquarters sounds good.
Is it
Can
just,
I get to it?
are you just heading straight to?
Are there guards in front of me somewhere?
They'll be at the door as you approach
I
it.
will just approach it and oh shoot, how do I handle that? Is that I need to see Mr. Crowan. It's very important.
I'm sorry, little girl. There's
No, you don't understand. I'm not a little girl. I'm actually a gnome. But I'm gonna pull out my class schedule and be like, I need to tell him something. It's very important. And for some reason, I'm here. I was his son's friend in school, and now I am here. And apparently, his son is only 3 days old, and there was a baby on the boat. And I really need to talk to him. It's very important. So please, just show me where he is.
Roll the best persuasion check in your life, because you sound like a crazy child.
Ouch.
And he will continue to treat you as such, and he will say, "Listen, girl, where's your mother? I'm gonna need you to please. Has anybody lost a child? She's interesting.
I'm gonna dash right past.
Give me an acrobatics check, or an athletics, I guess.
I'm gonna
because-
cast Expeditious Retreat.
Fucking right, you will. Okay. You are doing a thing. Is that as a paladin, right?
It's a gnome.
As a gnome thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fair.
Gnome thing you wouldn't understand.
Right. So we're gonna go back and forth a bit because we'll go back to the regular crew. And it is, in all fairness, you did tell me that you weren't going into the store about the same time they were saying they were going into the store. So yes, you notice Granite's not there as you're counting votes.
Where's Granite?
I don't think she came in with us.
Beholder, did you see where she went?
Is this supposed to be part of the plan?
With my passive 17, would I have seen her not come in and head off?
I'd tell you, yeah. I mean, as you entered She did not enter behind you, and I lost her in the crowd pretty quickly. But yeah,
Okay.
I would say because we've gone past that, nothing to alarm you. But
Yeah. I think she just stayed outside, but apparently I thought she just didn't want to change her clothes because she was talking about her armor and how she really liked her armor.
Is this the good ending or the bad ending? Is this the one where I get to remember things?
This is the middle. We don't know yet. I
If Granite changes something.
we find baby, we find granite. Yes.
That's my guess. Finn will look at the direction of the parade when traffic is moving. I think we need to go this way and go find Granite as quickly as possible.
it is moving against the military base, but it's naturally coming from. And it's
Is
pretty
that the
easy to-
direction Granite went in?
The same
Generally.
direction we were walking.
Right.
When
Yeah. It's all pretty clearly where she was heading. If her intention was to
go to the base.
go to the base, if your intention was to,
She did
to
say
enact
it.
the time travel plan, then
Can I just make an insight to like
yeah,
be certain of where I think she's
yeah.
going?
Go ahead. That's a great call. Let's do that. Let's roll dice. We're playing D&D.
Okay.
Yeah, you think back to her intentions and just kind of her parts of those conversations, and her body posture was clearly going in that direction, and she seemed determined. You didn't put it together right away, but she is.
Okay. So I will tell everyone I think she's headed to the military base then
Okay.
to find some authority figure.
So you go to catch up, and you have expeditious retreat. Granite, give me a D100, and give me a athletics or an acrobatics. You're gonna be dodging a lot of people. Okay.
I think they think you're a child and they're not using swords.
All right. So your D100 represents how deep you'd have to make it before somebody would listen past this child. And you weave through, and with an 81, you find you are at the door, the commander's door, and you are pushing your way through into the waiting room. It is a straight shot. You ever play Final Fantasy 1 first boss room? It's just right there. There's lots of side wings, but the boss is smack dab, and you kick your way through. And as you do, come tumbling through, two hands grab you, and they lock you in as you do see a tall, uniformed...
Mr. Crowan! Mr. Crowan! Mr. Crowan!
older gentleman turns to look at you as the two guards. Hey, I'm sorry. She snuck right past us real quick.
I'm not a child! I'm a gnome! I need to talk to you.
Give me a persuasion check. Roll better. Or worse. Gentlemen, I think I feel safe against such a small one. Let's hear her out.
Is he in an office?
No, he's not. He's just in the front foyer, his meeting room. He's talking to a few people. There is a baby carriage in front of him, and they all seem to be just discussing amongst themselves.
I want to walk up to him and hand him my schedule, and take a very calm, deep breath.
He takes a look at it. It's He went to hand it back to you, and he stopped for a moment, and he looked at it more closely. Say your words
I
carefully.
was at seminary with Durant, and I've went through a portal into the frozen tundra with a bodyguard Yeti. And I don't know how I got here, but there was a baby on the boat with some sketchy pirates, and they're headed this direction.
He narrows his eyes. What do sketchy pirates want?
I don't know. They were the only ride we had out of the frozen tundra. and it was expensive and hard work, and I think they cheated us, and that I have a grudge, but that's besides the point. I just think it's wrong if someone's trying to steal a baby.
That's the first time you said steal a baby, right?
I think so.
I think so. Okay. He stops. He straightens up.
And I don't know that for sure, so I'm sorry. I'm speculating.
All of you rush towards the square. You're rushing through the military base. Amaranth Crown begins to scan the room. You hear him whisper to the left something about a Yeti, and everything begins to fade. Everything goes black. Uncomfortably long blackness. You feel a gut-wrenching twist as if falling from an older wooden roller coaster as your stomach rises
Just
a bit.
her or all of us?
Every single one of you.
Okay.
Oh, I hate this.
I hope we did it right!
As
Oh God.
what comes into view is the hallway of Ectoon Seminary. No snow, although it's moist, it's wet, as if melted snow. The temperature and the humidity giving away as much. To your left, or your right, depending on your facing, is the kitchen. In the kitchen sits a young man holding a dog. Not with the, I'd say not with the same, I don't know if I ever gave a good solid description, but with a different kind of hair. Curls in another direction, of a lighter shade. And he looks, as you all kind of materialize in the hallway, he smiles. He says, "Oh, hey guys, great to see you again. What
Holy
happened?"
shit.
I'm gonna run up and just give
What'd
him
I
a
lose? What'd I lose?
I have a really big question.
What'd I lose? What'd I lose?
Do I still have the shoes?
Yes,
Or did they disappear?
you still have the shoes.
Okay, good. Because if the shoes disappeared, the rest of my clothes disappeared, and I would be standing there naked.
You wanted to ask about the shoes first.
I was kind of hoping you'd say no, because that would be hilarious.
Very clearly, and before we wrap up, because this is the moment I'm going to have to end this.
What'd I lose? What'd I lose? What'd I lose?
Very clearly, this person in front of you is different. And he is very happy to see you. He has a big smile as he greets you with a familiar friendship that that wasn't there before.
Do we get a feeling of, like, if we reached for our memories, would we get that?
Nothing.
I have to ask that.
Nothing. Nothing immediately, at least. Not right now. But what you do notice really quickly, Fuzzy's shoulders slump.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no.
Tears begin to well up.
Well, no matter what I lost, it's not comparable to what he lost.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to close out
Holy shit.
tonight's episode.
DM Dick is DM? Or wait, sorry, Dick DM is Dick. Yeah,
I
something
didn't
like that.
I didn't know the natural 20 was going to roll, and we were going to cut that whole sequence about an episode short.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I still think it was for the best.
Well, I mean,
Agreeance.
we have the real, or not real, but maybe real Durant this
A
time.
happy Durant means a happy Amaranth, which means the world's not destined for death.
Maybe.
I'm excited to see what happens next episode on Delvers.
I want to find that asshole with one of my other characters.
I tell you, the greatest thing about being the dungeon master for all of these different things is I think I'm the only one that's caught up on all the shows.
I'm pretty close.
I didn't watch last Tuesday, but that's it. Otherwise, I'm caught up.
Oh, you are? Wow, that's impressive. I'm fucking wrong. Wow. Okay, so we'll talk about more of that. We could talk more off stream. I mean, yeah.
Well, that was intense.
I'm not gonna drag it out. We're gonna close. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Check out next Tuesday. It's actually the next D&D. We don't have anything this Sunday, but next Tuesday, Delving in Deep, episode number 35. And then, Cranky, between you and Spoopy, just, I want to say next month, because I'm doing 2 this month for Cedrail. Next month, we'll do 2 for you. I still want to show that fucking thing. I super appreciate it. I'm just going to rotate through. And you guys have been super fantastic with all the support and the bits and the fucking subs. It's out of this world. So thank you so much, and thank you everybody for watching. This has been a big one. That there was some time. There's some time coming on this. I know everybody was. You know what? We'll talk about it later. Bad Daddy.
You can tell the DM is all giddy. This must be one of his favorite episodes.
The DM loves it when they're playing games together.
Or completely falls apart. Either way, you gotta get story.
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad Daddy. Not your son. Bad Daddy.